So let me ask you something. What if the way you've been calculating your business costs is, well, just fundamentally wrong? What if there's a hidden flaw in your accounting that's quietly leading you to make bad decisions? Today, we're going to talk about gaining a kind of clarity that can absolutely transform a business, all by removing the blindfold on its true costs. So let's just start with a really direct question. I want you to think about this for a second. Do you really know what your products and services cost to produce and deliver? Because, a lot of businesses think they do, but the way they measure things can end up creating a completely distorted picture.
The thing is, in today's super complex business world, there's a problem that is literally hiding in plain sight. It's this subtle little distortion that can lead to some seriously flawed decisions about your pricing, your product mix, and yeah, your entire strategy.
And we're calling this problem the costing blindfold. It's a perfect name for it, really. It's what happens when the methods we use to understand our business just haven't kept up with how our business actually runs.
Okay, so here's the core of the issue. Think about how businesses worked a few decades ago. The cost of a product was mostly about direct labor, raw materials, pretty straightforward stuff. But business today? No way. Overhead expenses, things like marketing, IT, complex logistics, they now make up this huge chunk of the cost pie, and those old direct costs are becoming less and less of the story.
So, what happens when you try to spread all those massive overhead costs evenly across your products? Kind of like spreading peanut butter on bread. Well, you end up with a blindfold on. You literally can't see which of your products are truly profitable and which ones are secretly draining all your resources. All right, so if the old way is a blindfold, what does taking it off actually look like? Let's compare the old way with the new way. It's like a tale of two very, very different costing methods. And this comparison really gets to the heart of it. The traditional way is simple, right? It just throws all the overhead costs into one big pot and divides it by how much stuff you make. Easy, but so often it's just wrong. The new way, activity-based costing, or ABC for short, is way smarter. It asks, hey, what activities are actually creating these costs? By focusing on the real drivers, it trades a little bit of simplicity for a whole lot of accuracy. It gives you a crystal clear picture instead of a blurry guess. So, how does this solution actually work? Well, it's all about making a direct connection. We've got to link the costs a company has directly to the activities that are actually driving them. Okay, here's the official definition, but let's break it down into plain English. ABC is basically a detective. It first identifies all the key activities going on inside a business. We're talking about things like machine setups, customer service calls, or quality inspections. Then, it assigns the cost of those activities to products based on how much each product actually uses them. No more peanut butter spreading. Let me show you how that connection gets made in just 4 steps. Imagine we're a furniture company. Step 1, we identify our key activities, like setting up a machine and handling customer orders. Step 2, we figure out how much it costs to run those activities. That becomes our cost pool. Step 3, and listen, this is where the magic happens. We find the cost driver. For machine setups, the driver isn't just volume, it's the number of times we have to set up that machine. See the difference? Finally, step 4, we allocate the costs. So if product A needs 100 machine setups and product B only needs 10, guess what? Product A gets a much bigger and fairer share of that cost. That's how ABC gets so darned accurate.
Now this all sounds pretty amazing, right? A total game changer. But we have to be realistic here. Implementing a system this powerful isn't always a walk in the park. It can lead to what the source material calls an organization shock.
So if you're ever on a team putting ABC into practice, you've got to be ready for these things. There's the initial complexity, sure, in the effort to gather all this new, more detailed data. You'll probably face some resistance from people who are just comfortable with the old, simple way. But the biggest shock, it comes from the results themselves. Can you imagine discovering that your best-selling product has actually been losing you money for years? Yeah. Seeing the truth for the first time can be a real jolt to the whole organization.
But here's the good news. Once you get through that initial shock, the payoff is just immense. You're not operating with that blindfold on anymore. You have a genuinely clearer, more accurate view of your entire business.
And that new clarity, it has a massive impact on your decisions. You can set way smarter prices because, finally, you know what your products actually cost to make. You can improve your processes because you can pinpoint exactly where the money is going. And ultimately, you can build a far, far better strategy because you're operating with facts, not just flawed assumptions. At the end of the day, the big takeaway is this. Activity-based costing isn't just some technical, boring accounting exercise. It's a powerful strategic tool. Knowing your true costs is nothing less than a management superpower.
Which really just leaves us with one final thought. Once you take that costing blindfold off and finally see your business with total clarity, what hidden profits, what untapped efficiencies, what game-changing opportunities will you find?